Hello dear students. In today's video we are going to discuss about the next chapter, that is friction. So in the previous chapter we already discussed about what is force. So what do you mean by force? Force is a kind of push or pull on an object. So suppose if you take this particular object and if you keep it over the surface of this particular whiteboard, and if you apply a force, what will happen? If you apply a force in the forward direction, uh, the duster will move in the forward direction. Suppose, so you might have noticed that many times when you kick a football. So what happens to the ball? It will roll over the ground for a long distance, and after that, what will happen? Slowly, its speed will decrease, and then it will come to stop. Is it? So this example, and many a times you might have fell down on slippery road or slippery verandas. Suppose if your house, suppose if on the floor, if some amount of water is there, suppose if by chance if you haven't seen that, suppose while you stamp on that, what will happen? You will fall down. And similarly, you can see an example. Suppose banana you might have seen. Is it? Yeah, it's very tasty also. Is it? So suppose after all eating the banana, if you leave the cover of the banana, if you throw the banana peel over the road, what will happen? Like by chance, if someone happens to step over the banana peel, what will be the condition of that person? He will directly fall down. So, have you ever thought what is the reason behind it? And one more example you can see while playing carom board. Many of you might be playing. You may be well uh, known how to play this particular game. So while playing this carom board, this you suppose you are sprinkling some powder on the surface of the carom board. So what purpose? This is in order to make the coins move smoother on the carom board. So this particular purpose, for this particular purpose, we are sprinkling some powder on the carom board. So, what makes the things with what is moving over a particular substance or a particular surface? What makes that particular object to slow down? Suppose, even though this whiteboard appears perfectly smooth, and suppose if you observe it through a microscope, you can see many irregularities. Just I have drawn here. Suppose over the surface of this particular duster also, if you look at this particular duster, so you can see, observe this particular duster. This is not that smooth. You can see minute irregularities. So what happens while I am just sliding this particular duster over this particular board? What happens? The irregularities that will interlock. The irregularities that is present between the two surfaces that will interlock. As a result, uh, the frictional force starts to play. So the frictional force comes into play when two surfaces in contact, when they try to move against each other. So similarly, you can see my hand. So there you can see small grooves are there. If you observe very carefully, see while you rub your hand during winter season, after some time, what will happen? You will feel somewhat warm. Is it? So similarly, so friction also produces heat. So why it is happening? Suppose this is due to the interlocking. This particular word you need to remember. This is happening as a result of the interlocking of these two surfaces. The two surfaces which are in contact. So when we apply a force onto this first object, what will happen? It will uh, this motion, the force which is applied in the forward direction. So, but what will be the direction of the frictional force? Frictional force that will be acting in a direction opposite to the uh, direction of motion of the object. Or in which direction? Suppose here I have drawn this particular arrow mark, so this will show the direction of force applied. So if you look at this particular object, instead of this object, if I am keeping this, so I am applying a force in the forward direction. So what will be the direction of the frictional force? The frictional force, the direction of frictional force will be just opposite to the direction of the motion of the object. So why the friction arises? What is the reason? What is the reason behind the this particular force? Interlocking between the two surfaces due to the irregularities present between the two surfaces. So what will happen if these irregularities are more? There will be more friction. May just seen the tires of big vehicles, especially trucks, and you can see tractors. Its tires are grooves. The grooves are much more, and even at the bottom of your slippers, you can see. Uh, in order to increase the grip, there are grooves. So that helps us to walk, even though the floor is slippery. Now let us look at what are the different types of friction. So before that we can define what is friction. I have written here the force acting along two surfaces in contact which opposes the motion of one body over the surface of another body is called friction. So when friction comes into play, the friction comes into play when two objects which are in contact moves against each other. Or the one body which is moving in contact with another body, the second body will what? It will tries to oppose its motion in the forward direction. This opposing force, the force which is acting against the relative motion between the two objects which are in contact, and that force is known as frictional force. So now you may be understood. You may be aware of many such situations. Many of you might have even slipped down while playing and all. Even I can imagine our ground soon after a rain, will be able to play football over there. Many of you might have fell down there while trying to run soon after the tuition and all. So, so these are all good memories, is it? So what will happen is somebody or one of your friend suddenly fall down. So what will be your reaction? You will just laugh at it, is it? So now let us look at different types of friction. So there are three types of friction. First one is called static friction. Then second is called sliding friction, and the third one is called rolling friction. So first let us look at what is mean by static friction. Static friction is that when the object that is at rest, that is rest means hasn't started to move yet. The amount of friction, the frictional force that is acting on this particular object when this particular object is just about to move. Suppose if you try to move a small bench or desk, so you need to apply a minimum force, then only it will what start moving. So that minimum force that is essential in order to move an object from its rest position. So that is called static friction, or the maximum force that is required in order to just move an object from its rest. That force is known as static friction, or that frictional force is known as static friction. And this is also known as limiting friction, which limits or which restricts the motion of one object over another object. Then the next type is called sliding friction. Suppose if you are in slippery veranda, you may just try to sliding. So what do you mean by sliding? In snow-covered mountain peaks, you can go slide. So this sliding means what? Once the board object has started the motion, and now it's continuously moving forward. So while being in contact with the another body, that is called sliding. Or the friction that is arising as a result of this sliding is known as sliding friction. So while during in motion. Then the third one is known as rolling friction. So what do you mean by rolling friction? Rolling, you may all know. So I have got a marker with me. Suppose what is the shape of this? It's a slender shape. Okay. So what will happen? It will move very easily. So this is called rolling motion. Rolling motion. Suppose if I keep this particular marker over here, and if I try to move this particular, see. So now the movement is much more easier. So what will happen during this kind of motion? See, you can see the marker is just rolling. So at this point of time, I can move the duster so easily compared to that of sliding. So the frictional force that acts to play or that comes into play when one object rolls over another object. Especially you might have got one example, trolley bag. Under your trolley bag, you have got wheels. So even though the trolley bag, even though it is heavy, you can easily drag it. So that's one example. So rolling reduces friction much more. So when you arrange these three types of frictional force or three types of friction according to from higher to lower one, which is highest friction is of static friction. So we need to apply more amount of force in order to start moving an object. So you might have felt this particular, otherwise you can try at home. If you try to push a particular object on the floor or a table on the floor, not to start moving that particular object, you need to apply much more force. Once you started moving, what will happen? You won't require that much force in order to keep that particular object in motion. And static friction, so we can say that static friction is higher, that is the maximum.